It all began on a quiet morning at Taipei International Airport. No one expected the scene that would soon send fans across Asia into an emotional frenzy. Tong Liya, fresh from a film shoot in mainland China, arrived for what was supposed to be a routine flight transfer. She had no idea that just a few terminals away, Jerry Yan, her former co-star and the man who once shared the most talked about connection in the industry, had just landed from a promotional tour in Japan. At first, it was pure coincidence, or perhaps, as fans like to say, destiny at work. Tong Liya, wearing a casual white sweater and cap, stood in line at a coffee shop when a familiar voice called her name. Witnesses said she turned slowly, almost as if she couldn't believe what she was hearing. And then, there he was, Jerry Yan, dressed in all black, mask lowered, eyes soft yet trembling with emotion. For a moment, the world seemed to pause. Cameras captured the instant recognition in their eyes, the kind of look that carries years of unspoken words. Without hesitation, Tong Liya smiled through tears, and Jerry stepped forward. The hug that followed wasn't just an embrace between two people, it was a reunion between two souls who had weathered storms, rumors, and heartbreak, and somehow still found their way back to the same place. Fans nearby, realizing who they were seeing, quickly began recording. Within minutes, the footage hit social media platforms, Weibo, Instagram, and TikTok, and exploded. The hashtag Jerry Yan Tong Liya reunion trended globally within hours. Comments poured in, "You can't fake that kind of emotion." After all these years, their chemistry is still alive. But what truly melted hearts wasn't just the hug. It was what Jerry whispered to her, caught faintly on one fan's video, "Mike, you look tired. You've been working too hard again." Tong Liya's eyes filled with tears as she replied softly, "And you still worry like you used to." It was raw, unfiltered, and heartbreakingly beautiful. Later that day, both Jerry and Tong Liya's teams refused to comment, calling it a personal moment. But their silence only fueled the rumors. Was this a chance encounter, or had fate orchestrated a reunion long overdue? Sources close to both actors claimed that despite their busy schedules, Jerry and Tong Liya had remained quietly in touch. They had gone through ups and downs, family matters, career breaks, and long separations. Yet, the connection never truly faded. Industry insiders say Jerry, who has always been known for his deep loyalty, had reached out to Tong Liya several times over the years, especially during her challenging moments after her divorce. Tong Liya, known for her grace and strength, had often mentioned someone who once inspired her to be fearless. Fans always believed she was referring to Jerry. After the viral airport hug, something shifted. Tong Liya posted a single photo on her Weibo that evening, a sunset scene from the airplane window. The caption read, "Some meetings feel like coming home." Within minutes, Jerry Yan's account liked the post, his first public interaction with her in years. Fans went into overdrive. Speculations flooded the internet. Were they rekindling their bond, or was this just an emotional closure between two old friends? Either way, the tenderness of that airport scene spoke volumes. Behind the cameras, sources revealed that Jerry and Tong Liya shared a quiet coffee after that hug, sitting by the window, speaking softly for nearly an hour. No praise, no entourage, just two people catching up after years apart. A fan who witnessed the moment said, "They didn't act like celebrities. They acted like two people who never stopped caring." For those who had followed their story, from their drama set days to their rumored romance, this reunion felt like a page from a love story that never truly ended. It reminded everyone that sometimes life writes its own sequels, not through scripts, but through real emotions. As the night fell, the internet remained abuzz with hope and nostalgia. Old clips of their past dramas resurfaced, fan edits filled timelines, and emotional comments poured in. The hug that said everything became a headline across entertainment media. Neither Jerry nor Tong Liya has confirmed what their future holds, but their shared moment reminded fans why they fell in love with them in the first place, not just as stars, but as people who love deeply, forgive quietly, and always seem to find their way back to each other. And for many, that one airport hug wasn't just a reunion. It was a promise that some connections, no matter how much time passes, will always find their way back home. The viral airport moment was just the beginning. Within 24 hours, the world had seen, analyzed, and fallen in love all over again with Jerry Yan and Tong Liya's emotional reunion. But while fans flooded the internet with edits and emotional posts, something else was quietly unfolding behind the scenes, something that no one could have predicted. After the now iconic hug, both stars boarded separate flights, Jerry heading back to Taipei and Tong Liya bound for Beijing. Yet, those close to them noticed subtle shifts that hinted the story wasn't over. That same night, Jerry was spotted having dinner alone at a small restaurant near the riverside in Taipei, where he appeared deep in thought, scrolling through his phone. According to onlookers, his expression changed from serious to tender as he looked at the screen, and moments later, he smiled. The next morning, a staff member from Tong Liya's film crew confirmed that she had taken an unscheduled day off after landing in Beijing. Instead of heading straight to work, she stayed home, reportedly in quiet reflection. When asked why, she simply replied, "Some things need silence to be understood." 2 days later, fans noticed something unusual. Both Jerry and Tong Liya's social media posts seemed to mirror each other again. Jerry shared a scenic photo of the ocean with the caption, "Some stories never truly end, they just pause." Just hours later, Tong Liya posted a quote, "When the heart remembers, time becomes irrelevant." The internet exploded once more. Fans believed these posts were more than coincidences. It felt like a conversation between two people who still shared a private language. By the third day, paparazzi began speculating whether Jerry had plans to travel to Beijing. Sources close to him revealed that his schedule had mysteriously cleared for the next few days. And then, whispers started, whispers that Jerry had indeed boarded a private flight, destination unknown. A few nights later, the rumor became reality. A blurry photo surfaced online showing two familiar figures in a quiet Beijing cafe, seated by the window, facing each other with soft smiles. Though the image wasn't clear, fans instantly knew. The posture, the presence, the calm, it was unmistakably them. Jerry Yan and Tong Liya, together again. Witnesses claimed they sat for nearly 2 hours, speaking softly, occasionally laughing, and at one point, Jerry reached across the table and took her hand. The gesture was small, but it carried the weight of years of history. An insider close to Tong Liya's circle later revealed that their reunion wasn't spontaneous. Jerry had reached out after their airport encounter, asking if they could meet properly, without the noise, without the cameras, just to talk. Tong Liya agreed. She had questions and perhaps unfinished feelings that time never erased. During their conversation, Jerry reportedly apologized, not for something specific, but for everything the years took away. Tong Liya, in her calm and heartfelt way, told him she never held any bitterness, only gratitude for what they once shared. Yet, it wasn't just nostalgia. There was warmth, a quiet connection that still pulsed beneath the surface. After their meeting, neither of them posted anything. But the next day, Jerry was photographed leaving Beijing with a small, peaceful smile. Tong Liya returned to her film set looking radiant, happier than she had been in months. For fans, the silence spoke louder than any words could. News outlets called it the reunion that healed two hearts. Industry insiders whispered that this might not just be the end of an old chapter, but the beginning of a new one. Some speculated that the pair had been offered a joint drama project, a script about second chances and love rediscovered, and both were considering it seriously. Whether or not that's true, what's undeniable is that the airport encounter rekindled something powerful, not just between two actors, but between two souls who had once shared something rare and beautiful. Tong Liya's closest friend later hinted during an interview, "Sometimes life gives you one more chance to say what you never got to say." And she took it. As for Jerry Yan, in a recent fan interaction, when asked about meeting old friends again, he smiled shyly and replied, "Some people, you meet them once, but they stay with you forever." The room erupted in cheers. Weeks later, both actors appeared separately at public events, and fans noticed something remarkable, a similar silver bracelet on each of their wrists. Neither has explained it, but to those who followed their journey, it was more than enough. For their supporters, the hug at the airport was the start of healing, a living reminder that time may pass, careers may evolve, and life may pull people in different directions, but true connection never fades. And perhaps, one day soon, Jerry Yan and Tong Liya will share another screen, this time not just as co-stars, but as two people whose real-life emotions have written the most unforgettable love story of all.